Murali out, one of the greatest spinners of all time. So Murali at number 10. Haratha Murali, good partnership with the spin. Off-spin, left-arm spin combination, not the same. And two wonderful bowlers. Hard work, especially in Sri Lanka. So now I've got Chaminda Vas to bowl some quick. Ranatunga could easily bowl some seamers as well. But I need one fast bowler, and that was Ratnaika. He was a terrific bowler. Never easy bowling fast in Sri Lanka, so end up picking him there. So that's my 11. Sanas Jayasuriya, Marvin Adapadu, Aravinda De Silva, Mahela J. Warne, captain, Kumar Sangakkara, Arjuna Ranatunga, Kalawitharana, Chaminda Vas, Harath Murali and Ratnaika is the Sri Lankan team. I hope you like that one. Right, let's have a look who else has joined us. Just waiting for your live. Yes, I'm here. Thanks for joining, mate. Great to see you. Thank you very much, guys. Yep, you like the team. That's good. Jackson Warne. Jacko.
Hello.
My son here. Jackson's actually here too.
I'm just trying.
He's just over here.
Yes.
There he is. G'day, Jacko.
Hello.
Join the chat. Well done, mate. Hi, Blake. Yeah, g'day, Blake. Right, South Africa. We had some unbelievable battles. I'm saving these guys to last because the amount of battles we had with South Africa, the Australian side, whether it be in one-day cricket, test cricket, we had some brilliant games, some really close games in those early 90s. Who forget the semi-final of the World Cup in 99, the test match when Ian Healy hit one of the last balls for 6 at Port Elizabeth. We had a tied series in 94 in Australia. Then we went to South Africa in 94 as well. 93, 94 in Australia, 94 in South Africa. What a tour. Still probably my favourite tour of all time was that 94 tour of South Africa for on and off the field. It was great fun. And I love South Africa. I got great friends in South Africa. Managed to, over a long period of time, have some terrific friends over there. I love the way they played their cricket. It was such a shame a lot of their real legends never had the opportunity to play more in international cricket. I love the country, love their sport obsession, very similar to Australia. I just really enjoyed playing against these guys. And a lot of these guys have become great mates too, great friends over the journey. So, South African team, I've got Graham Smith and Gary Kirsten opening the batting. Thought about Kepler Wessels in there. I nearly put Kepler in there. I thought Gary Kirsten and Graham Smith were, two terrific batsmen at the top of the order. Yes, both left-handers. Kepler was a left-hander too, but Smith and Gary Kirsten at the top I end up going with. Peter Kirsten nearly got in there as well. Just didn't see enough of him. I only played a couple of games against him. I also made Graham Smith captain. It was a toss-up between him and my number 5 batsman, Hansie Cronje, for captain, but I decided to go with Graham Smith. I just thought he's done such a good job, was thrown in the wolves at a young age, but did a wonderful job as captain. So, Smith and Kirsten opening, and Smitty captain. Number 3, Jacques Kallis, one of the great players, one of the great all-rounders of our time, was a terrific cricketer, good catcher in the slips too. So, he's a really, really good all-round cricketer. Don't take him on the golf course, though, for cash, because he's too good. He's a bloody good golfer as well. So, Jacques at number 3, what a player, and what a great all-round cricketer. Number 4, A.B. de Villiers. I only played a little bit against him at the start, played a bit of IPL against him, but only played a few test matches against him. I think I knocked him over in Perth, bowled him with a straight one he didn't pick. But, he was, what a player, good 360 player, and what a terrific player he's been. Let's hope he plays for South Africa in the T20 World Cup this year too. Hopefully it still goes ahead here in Australia. And we see A.B. de Villiers playing for South Africa, coming out of retirement for that. Number 5, Hansie Cronje, as I said before. Such a tragedy and a huge loss to all of us to lose Hansie Cronje the way we did. He was a really good player, super competitor, and I had the utmost respect for Hansie. It was a shame, yes, what he got involved in, but no need to talk about that. Talk about him as a cricketer. He was a great cricketer. I loved playing cricket against him. I thought he was a ripping captain as well. And, he was a good player of spin too. He was one of the better players of spin in the South African lineup that we played against. So, Hansie at 5. Number 6, there was a few players who could go into this middle order. There were so many that South Africa have had over the years. Brian McMillan was one guy there, another all-rounder, good slipper, fast bowler, and a good number 6 sort of late order, middle order batsman. But I ended up going with Jonty Rhodes. Yes, Jonty's a mate, but I thought Jonty, the way he was innovative, and the way I sort of looked at these teams was who's had the most influence on the series we played against, who changed the game a bit, who held their nerve at times, who made runs when they counted, when the team needed them to. It wasn't about runs and averages and all that sort of stuff for me. So I put Jonty in there because I thought he put everyone on edge when he came out to bat. He was a bit different. He liked to sweep. I used to often tell him, mate, are you bringing the broom out today when you batted? But he was in the field. He was brilliant. He put pressure on fielders all the time. He'd get sneak twos. He'd frustrate bowlers. His fielding was next level. You know, you'd even get to team meetings saying, don't take a run to Jonty Rhodes unless it's past him. So, yeah, just those sort of impact that the player has. His all-round capability and the impact he had against us. He has to be in there at number 6. Maybe there's a few other better batsmen than Jonty, but he still was very, very competitive, and when it counted, he delivered. I remember South Australia Sydney Test match where we lost by a couple of runs, where Warne de Villiers knocked us over at the end. Jonty got 50-odd not out, I reckon, to give South Africa a little bit of a lead. Enough runs, otherwise we would have got them comfortable. We still should have got them comfortable, but Jonty gave him a chance. So, you know, he did some terrific innings and was a good player. So Jonty at number 6. Number 7, Mark Boucher. What a keeper, what a guy, great fella, doing a good job as South African coach at the moment too. Terrific behind the stumps, unbelievable, and a very dangerous lower order batsman too. So Boucher at number 7 as the keeper. Number 8, Sean Pollock. Once again, another all-rounder, could bat, very handy lower order batsman. Took the new ball, very similar to Glenn McGrath. Was quick when he first started too. He had a quick bouncer. I think he might have checked out that old 15 degrees, Polly. But he used to try, he could bowl with a new ball, old ball. He was a clever and skillful bowler, Sean Pollock, and a very good batsman as well. So terrific cricketer. So he goes at number 8. Number 9, the spinner. Paul Adams was someone I thought about putting in there because he sort of changed a bit. But I think we had a lot more competitive stuff against Pat Simcox. I thought Pat Simcox in that era bowled some beautiful spells against us. And I liked the way he went about it. Also could bat well down the order. And he was also one of my favourite dismissals in Sydney Cricket Ground. I went around the wicket and he took leg stump and said, you won't get round there. And he was telling Heels, there's no way he's going to get round there. And the next over I bowled him around his legs. And if you ever see the highlights of that, you can watch his head snap around and look and just could not believe that the ball got round there. One of my favourite dismissals, so well done, Paddy. I did get round there. Number 10, didn't play a lot against this guy in test match cricket because I was sort of at the end of my career when he started. But Dale Steyn, excuse me, Dale Steyn goes in there at number 10. Warne de Villiers was unlucky to miss out, in my opinion, in this side because he bowled some wonderful spells. But Dale Steyn, you know, he'll go down as one of the great fast bowlers of our generation. He was a competitor, quick, swung the ball. So, yeah, Dale Steyn at number 10, and what a fella too, great fella. Number 11, Alan Donald. White Lightning, as people used to call him when he first came in. I know him and Craig McDermott used to have some great battles. They used to copy each other with their zinc cream and all sorts of stuff too. Super quick bowler, heart of gold, big heart, steamed in most of the time. Was a good bowler. So the South African team's a very good one when you read down it. I'll read it through you again. Graham Smith, Gary Kirsten, Jacques Callis, A.B. de Villiers, Hansie Cronje, Jonty Rhodes, Mark Boucher, Sean Pollock, Pat Simcox, Dale Steyn and Alan Donald. That's my South African teams. Right, so they're all the teams that I mainly played against. I only played a couple of test matches against Bangladesh. I think I only played one against Zimbabwe. So it'd be unfair to pick teams from those countries because I just didn't play against them enough. Only a couple of tests, unlike some other players that played a lot of cricket against Bangladesh and Zimbabwe. So I only played a handful of tests, so we won't do that. I was going to say it'd be my last one, but what I might do tomorrow is I think I'll do my greatest one-day team that I played with for Australia. So I'll pick 11 Australian players, and then I'll pick who they'll verse. So I'll pick all the one-day players that we played against in World Cups and one-day cricket against when I was playing for Australia. So that's tomorrow. And the last team I'll do tomorrow also is the best Victorian cricket team. I saw Darren Berry and David Saker pick theirs just recently as well. I'm sure they'll both probably make it too. Maybe Saker, yeah, I think he'll make it, but we'll check it out. So tomorrow, my greatest ever one-day team for Australia and the people I played against in that time as well. And my Victorian cricket team too. So that's it. Last one tomorrow. Thank you very much for joining. Tell your friends if they're interested, but I really appreciate you tuning in and hope you've liked those teams I've done over the last few days. Pretty interesting team, and hopefully you and amongst your friends also having a bit of a chat about it and say, don't agree with me, or you do agree with me, or you like those teams. But thank you very much. Goodbye and be safe.